Every year 2,000 people vanish into the wilderness of North America alone. Not forever, they are found, but it takes days, sometimes weeks. And in those days, the difference between rescued and not found comes down to one thing: whether someone knew where to look. Your phone is useless out there. No signal, no GPS without power, no way to call for help. But there's a device smaller than a water bottle that broadcasts your exact location to the entire planet. It doesn't need your network, it doesn't need your battery to last. It reaches satellites that are constantly orbiting above you right now, whether you're in a canyon in Utah or a forest in the Cascades. And it's been saving lives for 40 years. Almost nobody knows it exists. Your phone dies at mile 8. You're off trail, the sun is going down, you have no idea where you are, and the people who love you have no idea either. This happens every single day in the United States. Someone goes hiking and doesn't come back on schedule. 2,000 people a year. Not all of them are careless. Some of them are experienced, some of them are careful. They just underestimated the terrain or missed a turn or turned an ankle on a hidden route. And suddenly the forest feels infinite and hostile, and they're alone in a landscape that was beautiful 10 minutes ago and is now indifferent to whether they live or die. Here's the part nobody talks about. The forest doesn't care about your emergency. Neither do the mountains. Neither does the ocean if you're co-steering and the tide comes in faster than you can climb. The world at scale is not hostile, it's just vast. And vastness, when you're inside it, feels like it has teeth. The average search and rescue operation in the continental US covers 50 square miles. That's bigger than San Francisco, 50 square miles. Search teams have maybe 6 to 8 hours of daylight. Dogs can cover maybe a mile per hour if they are tracking scent, which they can't do if there's no trail. Drones can search maybe 10 square miles in a day. Helicopters burn $3,000 per hour of fuel and can only fly in good weather. So how do they find you? They don't. You have to tell them where you are. Your phone won't work. There's no signal in most remote terrain. Even if there is, your battery is dead. And even if your phone had power, your GPS location is only accurate to maybe 30 feet. In a canyon system or a dense forest, 30 feet might as well be 300 miles. You could be screaming from directly below the search team and they wouldn't hear you. But here's what most hikers don't know: there's a backup system. It's been there the whole time. And it works even when everything else fails. It's called a Personal Locator Beacon, a PLB. And it is the most invisible life-saving technology in the world because the people who need it most don't know they have the option to carry it. A Personal Locator Beacon is a small, waterproof device, about the size of a VHF radio or a walkie-talkie, that does one thing with supernatural precision. It tells the world exactly where you are, not approximately, not somewhere in Colorado. Exactly to within 100 meters, anywhere on Earth. Here's how. When you activate it, and you only activate it in a true emergency, the PLB sends a signal to a constellation of satellites. Not your satellites, not the same system your phone uses, a completely different network called the COSPAS SARSAT system. This is a global, multinational satellite network created specifically for search and rescue. It's operated by 46 countries. It's been running since 1982, and it's found over 40,000 people. 40,000, that's a city. A small city of people who would be dead or still missing without it. The signal bounces from your PLB to a satellite orbiting 530 miles above Earth. From there, it goes to ground stations scattered across every continent. From there, it goes to rescue coordination centers in your region. All of this happens in minutes, not hours, not "we'll send someone when we can." Minutes. The most powerful search and rescue network on the planet knows your location and is already coordinating a response. There's another layer to this. When SAR teams know exactly where you are, they don't need to search 50 square miles. They need to search 50 square feet, maybe less. The entire operation changes. Cost drops, time drops, likelihood of successful rescue climbs. The difference between being found in 2 hours and being found in 2 days is the difference between a good story and a tragedy. But here's the part that makes this even stranger. Most hikers don't carry one. Even experienced backcountry people. Even climbers who spend weeks above 14,000 feet. Why? Partly because they don't know PLBs exist. Partly because they don't want to think about needing rescue. Partly because the devices cost $200 to $500 upfront, and there's a subscription fee, usually $50 to $150 a year for the signal routing and monitoring. But compare that to the cost of a helicopter rescue. That's $3,000 to $10,000, a single rescue. And if you're in a truly remote location, that number climbs. Some helicopter rescues cost $50,000, some cost more. A PLB spread across 10 years of hiking costs less than one rescue flight. The real cost of not carrying one isn't the money, it's the time. It's the days your family spends not knowing if you're alive. It's the resources poured into a search operation that has almost no information. It's the SAR teams hiking in darkness with nothing to aim for but hope. Here's what most people don't realize. Rescue teams want to find you. They're not trying to keep you lost. But searching a wilderness for a human body is like searching an ocean for a specific grain of sand. The ocean is 140 million square miles. The search radius, if you're missing, is roughly the surface area of a small country. Mountains are the same way, they're just vertical. A PLB changes the equation. Instead of we think they went that direction so we'll start there, it's there at exactly 39, 478 degrees north, 105, 304 degrees west, which is this ridge, which is accessible by foot from the north trailhead, which we'll reach in 2 hours. Precision, action, time saved at the moment when every minute matters most. The device itself is simple, it's a button and a beacon, that's it, no screen. No navigation, no features. When you press the button, you're saying 3 words to the world: I am here, I need help, come find me, and the world hears you. Right now, satellites are orbiting above this video, above your house, above the mountain you're thinking about hiking next summer. Those satellites are listening for emergency signals. They've been listening for 40 years. And if you activate a PLB, you become visible to a system of rescue coordination centers, coast guards, military operations, and emergency services across 6 continents. You become impossible to miss. There's a thing that happens when you really understand how vast the wilderness is, how small you are inside it, how quickly the world stops caring about your individual survival. There's a specific kind of clarity that hits when you realize that the mountain you're on has no idea you exist, that the forest will absorb your absence like water absorbs a stone, that if you go missing, nature won't notice. Nature will just keep growing. But here's the secret: humans will notice. Humans with satellites, humans with maps, humans who have built a system to reach into that vastness and pull you back out. A PLB is a way of saying, I know the world is bigger than I am, but I'm not alone in it. If you're a serious hiker, if you've ever gone somewhere wild, if you've ever felt the scale of a landscape pressed down on you like a hand, a PLB is worth thinking about, not because you'll definitely need it. The odds are you won't, but because if you do need it, you'll need it absolutely. And the difference between a PLB and nothing is the difference between being found and being part of the landscape forever. The ocean keeps secrets, but the earth doesn't have to, not if you carry something that tells it where you are.